we went and door knocked on commercial builders' doors around Brisbane with a brochure in hand and business cards. And it just introduced ourselves and said like, hey, look, we're new in the game. If you've got any really tough projects that you're having trouble getting pricing on, we're happy to give you a price. And that is what started landing us work like very, very quickly, because not a lot of people do that. Door knocking's an old thing that people don't do, but it works very, very well still. And that landed us our first few commercial contracts.
Would you suggest that to, pretty much people watching this at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And we've done the same thing. When we expanded to Melbourne, we went down and we door knocked on 100 builders' doors that we wanted to work for. And we just did the same thing in Sydney. We've just started in Sydney and we were probably here 3 months ago. We went to 72 builders and just door knocked on their door and introduced ourselves, and we've won work from it. So it absolutely works.
Conversion rate. What's your conversion rate on these sales calls?
On the door knocks?
Yeah.
Oh, to be honest, I haven't tracked that. Okay. But it's a high conversion rate. Like most of the time when we're door knocking, they're giving us projects that they're having trouble with already. And so we're the only people pricing it. So as long as we're submitting a price, we're winning the project.
That's an interesting thing, because that's what I figure out as well. Most people just don't want to do the hard work. People,
exactly.
Most people actually just want to say, hey, I want the fancy lifestyles, all the crap that comes with, entrepreneurship and business owner and stuff. But they don't actually do the hard work. And once you do the hard work, it actually becomes fairly easy, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And look, I didn't door knock per se myself, but it was very similar in that sense. I just kept calling, just cold calling people.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
It works the same.
I mean, door knocking is like almost the equivalent of cold calling in any other industry.
It's probably better, in my opinion, because you're actually seeing the person face to face, and you can get a gauge on how good he is, or how good she is. And,
it's very daunting for sure. Like, and even though we've done it in Brisbane, we've done it in Melbourne, we just did it in Sydney. Like those first few door knocks, it was like my heart was racing and I was very nervous for it. And sometimes you're met with like warm reception and people will sit down with you in the office, and sometimes you get the door slammed in your face. But it's just part of it, we're showing up like unannounced at people's doors. So like, but some of the people who slammed the doors in our face, they at least took our business cards and we won work from it. We just caught them at a bad moment.
No way.
And they gave the business cards out to their colleagues, and someone's called us and said, hey, I just got your business card. We do need fencing on this project. So, sometimes those door slams, they actually do lead into work anyway.
Can you share a little bit of a secret? Like, give us your script, your door knocking script. What does it look like?
So the door knocking script, right, is we don't want to be asking something from them. If we're door knocking saying, hey, can you give us work? Then that's just not a good place to be coming from. We want to be providing value. And so because we understand who our ideal client is and what their pain points are, we understand they have a lot of trouble getting pricing during the tendering phase. So when our builders, when they're tendering on a project, they're tendering against 5 other builders for, say, a government project. When they're asking a trade, hey, can you give me a price on a job that I haven't won yet? Most tradies go, no, I'm too busy. Like, tell me when you've won it. And so they have to sort of guesstimate pricing based on past rates and all of that. And so we sort of have seen that's a big pain point for them. And so that's our offer to them, is like, hey guys, look, we're here. We just want to support you during the tendering process. Obviously, we're hoping that does lead to some work down the track. But if there's any tenders you guys haven't got any pricing on, just send them through to us and we're happy to get pricing back to you. We've got a great estimating team and we're just going to provide you value, not asking for anything. Obviously, we would love for that to turn into work, but that's how we're going to start our relationship with you. And so we're going to them with an offer, like, well, here's what we can give you. We're not asking anything from them. And in return, we do win work from it, and it builds a relationship.
It is. The funny thing is that the similarities is uncanny. That's exactly how I approach all of my sales as well. Like, here's what I can offer. I don't expect anything back at all. Take it. If you like me, refer more patients to me. Or like for me, it's patients or clients. But like for you, it's, Projects. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost exactly the same. Just offer more than you receive, and chances are the world will open doors for you that you never anticipated.
Yeah, man. 100%. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's such an easier way to do the sale as well. It takes the nerves right out of it. When you're not going in there asking for something, you're going in there to offer something. It just makes it feel that much better, when you're walking in offering somebody something.
That leads to another point. I actually been, this has been in my head for like the past maybe 4 or 5 years. Like, I constantly think a person like me shouldn't have succeeded. And like, chances are, like, I shouldn't. I was lazy. I can't study. I am, I'm not particularly good at anything in general, right? But the fact that I hustled the first few years of business somehow got me off the line. Is that what you found as well in your life?
Yeah, I love that you bring it up because it's something that I've been thinking about a lot lately because I feel the same way about myself. It's like it's not like I'm some genius or super intellectual person. So how have I become successful? And my business partner and I were a part of Forbes Club. So they have like quarterly networking events and there's like, we're the least successful people in the room there. But all I'm doing is I'm just picking their brains and studying them. And like the common denominator that I've found amongst all these really, really successful people is that they're all delusionally confident and they're willing to take risks.
Yes.
And, the delusional confidence, it ends up not being delusional at all because they back themselves and they make it work. And so that's the one common denominator in that room, of course there's a level of intelligence there, but the one thing that they all have in common is like they're just willing to take more risks and they're so confident that they're going to pull it off that they take bigger risks than other people. And so, in a lot of ways I see that in myself and my business partner as well. Like some of the decisions we make now that we don't even think twice about, someone else might think that's so risky to do and so scary to do, like expanding to another state and investing $1 million to do it. Like that sounds really scary. But to us, it's just another day now. We're so used to doing it.
It's calculated risk though. So exactly what you're getting into. You've got a system that works. You've got a playbook that works. And then all you do is just copy and paste.
Exactly.
And as long as, nothing else goes wrong or you don't hire the wrong person, chances are it's going to replicate itself.
Yeah, definitely. And it's the people in the Forbes Club are like very, very inspiring people, and the way that they think about things, like they don't really think about money as a barrier to entry. They're more thinking about what's a good idea and how do I execute it.
What is the Forbes Club? Sorry.
So Forbes Club, it's the Forbes brand,
as
Forbes
a magazine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've recently started the thing in Australia called Forbes Club. And it's an exclusive thing where you have to be invited in or you apply. And it's a group, they've got 50 people in Brisbane, 50 in Melbourne, 50 in Sydney. And like they're supposed to be, high net worth individuals. And they have events throughout the year, one every 3 months. And then they do crazy things like going to Formula One in Monaco and Formula One in Abu Dhabi. There's some like insanely like wealthy people in these groups, like billionaires.
Can you like disclose, not names. Chances are you can't disclose names. Like, what do they do?
Yeah, it's a very big mix. There's a guy in there, like, and I guess like I won't get too specific, but he owns a porn company. He's very well. He's done very well for himself. There was a woman there last night, and she owned and exited MCO Beauty for $1 billion. I posted about her this morning. Saying there's a guy that owned and exited Catch.com. It's a big mix. It's a very, very big mix, and you'd be surprised that like, again, that's the common denominator is like whatever people are doing, they're going so hard at and taking it further than anyone's taken before, and that's where they're getting their level of success from.
Are these all Australian entrepreneurs and businesses?
Yeah.
People?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. This is Forbes Club Australia, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so they bring in some amazing guest speakers. We went to Melbourne and we got to sit in a $150 million house in Toorak that was owned by Len Warson, and he owns Lenville Homes, and they're a high-end residential builder in Melbourne, again, like doing over $1 billion of revenue, and you just meet some incredible people.
Yeah, and then stick a business card somewhere.
Yeah,
go, hey, you need fencing help? Come find me.
Yeah, but everyone in the room is so cool, so down to earth, I thought I was a bit worried joining them, like, oh, are they going to be pretentious? But it's like everyone is so down to earth, so helpful. They're very, very good at like networking and making connections and building relationships. I'd say that's another really common factor amongst them all. They form relationships and connections very, very quickly.